It is a great honor to be awarded a Nobel Prize. This is a wonderful experience for my wife Betty and me. We received congratulations by email, phone and post, many from old friends we had not seen for some time. I found that my career at Bell Telephone Labs thrived because of the environment, which encouraged cooperative research, offered opportunities for access to sophisticated equipment, and fellowship. We lived in northern Quebec, and the nearest school was 30 miles away, so my mother took on the task of homeschooling me. She spoke to some friends, received some instructions from the provincial school board, and found some interesting books that perhaps I might find useful. Lester Germer was my first supervisor at Bell Labs. He was the Germer of the Davison and Germer experiment that is sometimes referred to in introductory texts on physics. A certain ounce of arrogance is not essential in carrying forward an idea. In talking about the device with others, surprising now number of people who either were quite negative and had reasons to suggest it would not function as described or claimed that it would be of little interest and no better than some already existing device. The Nobel Prize in Physics 2009 was divided, one half awarded to Charles Ku and Kao for groundbreaking achievements concerning the transmission of light in fibers for optical communication, the other half jointly to Willard S. Boyle and George E. Smith for the invention of an imaging semiconductor circuit, the CCD sensor. He had no friends, and he was a nerd in school. In many ways, digital cameras work much like regular cameras. Light entering through a lens is focused through an aperture and exposure is controlled by a shutter. The key difference is that instead of focusing the light on a strip of photochemical film as in traditional cameras, digital cameras use an image sensor, called a charge-coupled device, CCD, to capture the image. When light strikes a CCD, it excites the electrons in the chip, creating a grid of charged elements or pixels, for picture elements. Each pixel's charge varies according to the intensity of the light striking it. In essence, the charged CCD now stores an image, albeit an analog, as opposed to digital, one. To convert the image to the zeros and ones a computer can understand, the charges on the CCD are run through a microprocessor. This is called digitization. During digitization, the image is also compressed. Finally, the camera stores the compressed image file on anything from a flash memory card to a floppy disk for later downloading to a computer or printer.